people be tripping, right? So I don't know if everybody's seen this. Have you seen this?
No. I looked at it and I was like,
let's show it. Let's show it. Because I got my thoughts on this, but we're gonna show it. So
you did, motherfucker.
all right, yo, here y'all go. What they say at the top? My mom would have beaten my head.
Would have busted my head if I had even thought of doing something like that.
I can't see shit at all, boy. I can't wait.
I couldn't see it either, but I could at least put 2 and 2 together.
I still can't see where you say the busted part. All right, man, but that's fine.
Ooh.
Let's see. What's there? Walmart?
I don't know, but where's the parents? Yep, they're Walmart.
Don't touch her.
They said don't touch her.
I'm calling the police on her. You can't. Child Protective Service.
Don't y'all do that to a little girl. Y'all don't know what she's supposed to be.
Y'all don't know what she's going through. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, man.
Shut the fuck up. He didn't even touch.
No, you good. Go ahead.
He didn't even touch her. She just come out talking about something. Don't you do that to a little girl. You don't know what she goes through. Shut the fuck up.
So, like, for all, the soft parents out there, I want to know, like, how would they handle that? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
would you do a gentle parenting with this one?
see, you got to think, I'm thinking about from my perspective, people feel different, but I'm whooping your ass.
I didn't even see the parent nowhere.
I don't know if that lady was the lady that walked up to the man and said, don't touch her. You don't know what she's been going through. So that could have been.
I think that was a bystander that wasn't minding her business the correct way.
It's a possibility, but some people out there, I want to know how people will handle that though, because you got this soft era now where people that think you shouldn't spank your kids. You know what I'm saying? You should, kind of talk to them or something like that. So how do you approach a child out in public that's your child when they're doing something like that? Like, what do you mean? Like, we don't know what she's going through. Like, what can she be going through that's so serious?
I mean, she could still be going through some stuff, but there's no excuse for that.
What are you going through that the parent doesn't know that the child is going through if y'all stay in the same house?
First off.
And she got to be no more than about 7.
First off.
7, 8 maybe?
This ain't just out of the blue, I'm just going to mess some stuff up. This is something that has progressed and have got worse. So your parent already know what the type of child they dealing with. So when you act out like that, you don't need to go to the cell with me. Or if you do the extreme, I'm calling security on you to teach you a lesson.
So is that the parents' fault because they didn't parent the child like they're supposed to?
Some kids are just rebels. So a parent could do all they want to do to try to get them to be, but sometimes they just they do right for a little bit and then they just go back to their old ways.
But isn't that the fault of the parent though? Because the child is only going to soak up what they see and what's around them. Because the child is a sponge, so they're only going to see and do what they see and what they see around them, what they say. But that
doesn't necessarily mean that they see like that. They in that type of environment. Yeah, she could have some stuff wrong with her where she might spaz out and do stuff. But I mean, there's signs, and if you know that.
But when you say that, what do you mean by that? Like she has. Like she had mental issues?
It could be, but looking at it right there, she looked mentally capable to knock the shit off the counter. So, I mean, the other girl talking about, you don't know what she going through. Shut up. Like, parents know their children. They know their triggers. They know what's going on. Now, it's not all the parents' fault. Sometimes kids are just kids and do what they want to do and have to learn the hard way. This would be one of those situations where she would have to learn the hard way.
But as a parent, what it's only so much you can do, and even if you did call security and all that stuff like that, whatever, the parent is held accountable for that. So whatever that child broke, the parent is held
Yeah.
accountable for that.
That's just a part, and that's with anything. Whether you drop something on accident, you still responsible, or you intentionally. That's where the parent. But see, if you do that, then say,
Because now you can't really hold the child accountable for what they did.
listen, not financially because they broke. But what I'm saying is, if you see a pattern and you would have called security on it, that might have led to the law getting involved. Not saying that you're necessarily unfit, but they might have had, okay, well, let's send her to counseling, try to figure out why she have these anger issues that she just decided to go and, tear some stuff, but you have to address it at some point. So if you don't address it on your own, we're trying to get your child help. And, the system plays a part, not necessarily saying taking her out the household, but making her do stuff that the mom wouldn't have made her do. Like, it's no option. Like, you have to do this.
And then looking at that too, I didn't see a father come in nowhere.
Besides the guy that said, I didn't see a mom or dad, besides the guy that came and tried to stop and the girl came and said. Yeah. So there was a male figure in there that was trying, not necessarily with her, but he was trying to prevent her from keep breaking the dang on wheelchairs.
I'm saying like, it don't seem like to me that it was a male figure in the household at all. Cause I'm looking at it like, cause now I'm just kind of breaking it down. Like when there's a male figure in the household, which is the father, whoever, he's going to make sure that there's discipline going on in the household.
That's true, but you know male households that has a father figure in it, or does not, and the kids could be totally different.
I think it'd be a lot more different if it's a male. If male is in the household, because the male, if it's a man in the household, he's going to make sure that there is some type of discipline going on in the household.
They depends. I'm 75% with you that there is, but you have some male fathers that's present but don't want to discipline because they want to be friends versus.
I don't believe that.
Okay, well,
I think that's more on the women's side and wants to be friends and shit like that.
Not necessarily friends, but they don't want to They don't want to. They don't want you to have actions for a reaction for the action that you did.
That sounds like some stepdaddy shit. If it's a daddy in the house, I don't think no daddy that's in the house with their child is letting their child act up and not discipline them at all.
Okay.
I think stepdaddies don't really want to whoop kids because that's not their kids, or chastise that kid because it's not their kid. And on top of that, I think the woman feels a certain way about another man chastising their kid that's not the dad. But I think if the dad is in the household, why would he not want to discipline his son or his daughter? Like, why would he not want to do that?
I understand, but I disagree. That scenario doesn't scream like not dad in the household or dad in the household. It just screams bad parenting.
So that would be bad.
But you're trying to.
So that bad parent is on the mother?
Whoever's in the household, because if you can have a kid in the house with you, a mother and father in the house, and your kid is still do what they want to do, don't do their chores, don't do nothing, still a rebel, and you still give them
free
anything
range
they ask for. So it doesn't necessarily mean that there's not a father figure in the house. That's why I said I'm more like 75%. Okay, like it could be a possibility that the father it's not there, but then again, it still is, because sometimes fathers go to work and come home. They provide all that, other stuff. Sometimes some people do it, some people don't. So it's really hard to say. It doesn't just scream to me, not a dad in the house. It scream badass kid that needs some discipline.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, but I do think we will agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah. I
do think that, majority of the time, if it is a father in the house, I do think, even if he is going to work and come back home, I do think majority of those men are disciplining their kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the kids know when daddy home, I'm not going to be mad.
Yeah.
When mama home,
I got a little free range.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say about that situation, but it doesn't instantly scream to me, father's not in the house.
I get you. I get you, but
Again, we'll agree to disagree.
I
We
understand
go.
because you do know, like kind of what you just said. When daddy come home or that male figure to come home that you can't fuck with,
You tighten
motherfuckers
up. You tighten up real quick. That's what daddy, uncle,
They don't play that bullshit.
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't even gotta be your daddy, but you know that one uncle that come over, you talking, and he hear you talking shit to your daddy. Oh, he gonna cut it to you.
Talking
real
shit
quick.
to your mom or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you know what I mean.
You
So,
tighten up fast, like
real fast.
So I feel you. I get you, but we ain't agree on everything. But I get what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. Dear.
Mm-hmm.
I get you, but
Okay.